problems, HIV-1, or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Don't take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin, or if you've had certain liver problems. Common side effects include headache and tiredness.
With Hep C behind me, I feel free.
Fearless. And there's no looking back, because I am cured.
Talk to your doctor about Maverick.
Just 15 numbers and one will win every 15 minutes. Pop in and play at any New Jersey lottery retailer.
Brought to you by Celebrity Cruises and Visit Bucks County.
Where's her money?
New York's best problem solvers fight for you and get results. Call or email 7 on your side for help. And we're always listening on social media because Channel 7 is on your side.
Topping our news at 5:30. If you ride the New York subways, you know the homeless situation has gotten worse.
How bad? Well, the MTA says the number of homeless now living in the underground maze that is the subway system has grown more than 20% in the last year. That's nearly 2,200 people.
And now the MTA with a plan to try to change that. Will it work? Here's Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan.
It has always been an issue. It has become a crisis. A 20% rise in homeless people on the city's subway system. And it's getting exponentially worse.
We have to try. We are a group of compassionate people who have got to take this very seriously.
You have a place to stay for the night?
Okay. All right, well, if you do need anything, we're going to be walking around.
To that end, the MTA has put together a plan to provide outreach to people using the system for shelter. It is an enormous and varied problem for the trained people trying to help them.
Some of these folks are in trouble and they're disturbed, and so you want to make sure that we're not putting the social workers at risk nor anybody else around them.
Among other things, the plan involves an increase of 50% in MTA police officers to increase security on trains and platforms. They'll increase awareness of the services that are available to the homeless, and MTA and the Office of Temporary and Disability Services will work more closely together to try and convince people to accept help.
The purpose is to try to provide outreach services, enhanced outreach services in our subway stations to try to connect as many people as possible with social services and help that they may need.
It's an expensive program for an already cash-strapped agency. The new police officers alone will cost the MTA over $50 million in just the first year. The MTA is hoping that eventually the city will contribute. In Lower Manhattan, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Right now, New York police are looking for the woman who jumped into the lion's den at the Bronx Zoo and seemed to be taunting the lion. Maya Autry is her name. She posted a profanity-filled rap on her Instagram page. She claims she's not scared of jail because she went into a lion's den. She also shouts, "This is Brooklyn. I'm possessed." Days ago, Ms. Autry also posted a video of herself in the giraffes exhibit.
Police now say the man struck by a hit-and-run driver in Cypress Hills, Brooklyn, did pass away from his injuries. 47-year-old Antonio Gonzalez died on September 23rd, one day after he was struck by an SUV while crossing North Conduit Avenue. Police are still searching for the driver of the dark-colored Nissan Murano, which had custom step rails.
No more free bottled water for most residents of Newark, now that the city says its water filters are indeed working against lead in the water. The city gave bottled water to 14,000 homes with lead pipes after tests this summer showed unsafe levels of lead, even in taps that use the filters. New tests show the filters are now working. Starting next Tuesday, bottled water will be provided only to pregnant women and families with children under 6 years old.
Well, last night we told you about residents left in the dark without working exterior lights for months at a public housing complex in Brooklyn. And tonight, the chair of the New York City Council Committee over Public Housing is calling for action in response to our investigation. Here's 7 on Your Side investigative reporter Danielle Lee.
A recent survey found 21% of public housing residents don't feel safe walking around at night. And that's not surprising, considering the conditions we found at the Cypress Hills houses.
It's pitch black.
Residents fed up, in the dark, and relying on flashlights to see.
Absolutely crazy, absolutely ridiculous.
Dwayne Faison says he and his neighbors went almost a year without reliable exterior lights at their public housing complex.
Ladies, get home safe.
And while they say the lights were out, we found the number of serious crimes reported at the Cypress houses grew, even as crime fell citywide. We took our findings to Councilmember Alika Ampry-Samuel.
First of all, I'm blown away.
She chairs the Council Committee over Public Housing.
And I think waiting over a year for lighting is just unreasonable. My colleagues in government are allocating funding for cameras and lighting and secure doors. And we need to just make it a priority.
NYCHA has restored the exterior lighting at the Cypress houses. Crews made the repairs the same week we reached out about the outages. And a spokesperson promised to continue to inspect exterior lighting and address any subsequent issues.
I appreciate the story, first off, because whenever it goes to the media, that's when we get to see things that are really happening. If we are putting people's safety in jeopardy, that's a problem.
Residents like Dwayne agree. It is a problem, one that never should have lasted for months.
And you would think that after all the complaints, that NYCHA would have immediately taken some sort of action.
Studies have shown outdoor lighting is a key factor to reducing nighttime crime. After talking with us, the council member reached out to NYCHA, and she said she'd be following up to make sure they prioritize making sure people in public housing have adequate lighting. Danielle Lee, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Another star from Jersey Shore spent some time behind bars today. Ronnie Ortiz-Magro, arrested on suspicion of kidnapping and alleged domestic violence charges. Early this morning, he got into a fight with a woman. TMZ reporting that woman was his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Jen Harley. He then barricaded himself inside a home with a young child believed to be his daughter with Ms. Harley. Police had to use a stun gun to subdue and arrest Mr. Magro. He was booked into jail but has since been released.
The holidays came early for hundreds of kids on Long Island. The U.S. Marines were at the Coral House in Baldwin to kick off this year's Toys for Tots program. People from across Nassau and Suffolk counties came together to donate these toys to thousands of disadvantaged families.
They put a smile on my face all the time. They come up to me and they say thank you, and I'm like, why are you thanking me? I should thank you. I mean, it's a great thing.
It is a great thing, and look at all of their smiles. That's what it's about. Well, they're getting an early start in the holiday season, but Toys for Tots events will be popping up across Long Island through the end of the year.
Good for everyone there, and look at those kids. Still to come on Eyewitness News, the workers at a hospital who created a wall of shame of disabled patients.
And speaking of shame, a company is now in deep water after publicly ridiculing a job applicant over the bikini picture she posted on Instagram.
Plus, a young man supposed to serve on jury duty, but that's when he overslept. Now, he's serving time.
And temperatures have already tumbled into the upper 50s in New York City. 58 right now at Central Park. We're going into the 40s overnight tonight. This will be our coldest night of the season so far, by far. We're already down to about 52 by midnight, probably going down to about 46 or so in the park. 30s north and west. Sunny but cool tomorrow, only 60. We warm up Sunday, but we also cloud up 69. A few afternoon showers possible Monday, about 76. But then we have a really nice stretch of weather as we look ahead to your AccuWeather 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan. Find it, feel it, furnish it fast.
What does value mean? At ShopRite, we believe it's offering savings on the items that people love. It's introducing new and trendy foods from Wholesome Pantry and our ShopRite Trading Company. It's quality, variety, and freshness, all at great prices. USDA Choice Porterhouse or T-bone steaks are $4.99 a pound, and green asparagus is $1.99 a pound with your card. Our family-owned ShopRites thank you and your family for shopping with us.
Everything in life changes, except price for life from Altice. Get Altice One Plus Internet for just $69.99 a month for life. You'll get over 220 channels, 4K Ultra HD, 200 meg internet, and a $100 Amazon.com gift card. Switch careers, same price. Start a family, Same price, no matter how life changes. $69.99 will always be $69.99. Call 866-884-6287 or visit Optimum.com today. Altice One, only at Optimum.
Call 1-800-SANDALS. I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even Fido. Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
With laser-measured floor liners and cargo liners, bump step, plus the cup phone to secure your phone, seat protectors, or no-drill mud flaps. WeatherTech's American-made products are perfect protection for any season. Order at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, made right in America.
So how do you practice kindness? Tell us. Join Channel 7's mission to spread kindness with our Be Kind campaign. Go to abc7ny.com/bekind to share your stories of kindness, and we might share them on TV or online. And join our Be Kind Facebook group at ABC7NY.
Hey, New Jersey, look who's spinning the wheel.
Hi, I'm Kristen from Lyndhurst. Watch me play Wheel of Fortune on ABC7.
Tonight at 7:30 only on Channel 7. The TCS New York City Marathon. It will move you.
A former employee calling out a hospital in Maine for creating a wall of shame filled with private patient information. The employee taking pictures of this wall of shame, which was taped inside a cabinet. It displayed private information, including sexual activity, bodily functions, and details on the patient's odors. These pictures were taken back in 2016, but just surfaced in the Maine Human Rights Commission report. Parent company hospital says it sincerely apologized for what happened.
Well, controversy over a company's decision to shame a job applicant on social media. Someone inside the organization found a swimsuit photo of Austinite Chloe on her Instagram and posted it to the company's site. Well, they also added the caption, "Do not share your social media with a potential employer if this is the kind of content on it. I am looking for a professional marketer, not a bikini model." Chloe says she wore the swimsuit to a friend's pool party. She disputes the claim that somehow makes her unprofessional. Bed Bath & Beyond now planning to close more stores than previously expected. The company announced it will close about 60 stores by the end of the fiscal year. That's 20 more locations than previously estimated. Bed Bath & Beyond officials say by closing more stores, the remaining locations will become more profitable.
A man from Florida learning the very hard way the cost of skipping out on your civic duty. 21-year-old Deandra Somerville was picked to serve as a juror on a civil case, but he overslept. He figured he would be fine, but a judge later punished him with a 10-day jail sentence for oversleeping. The public defender will try to get the rest of the charges reduced. 1 year on probation and 150 hours of community service. He will not oversleep again, I bet.
You gotta set 2 alarms. It's not science fiction, but it is a major step forward.
Coming up on Eyewitness News, the mind-controlled exoskeleton that is helping a man with paralysis to actually walk again.
This is incredible.
Plus this.
I'm Lauren Glassberg. For this week's Neighborhood Eats, we're in Chinatown at Kopitiam, which is a Malaysian coffee shop serving up way more than coffee. It's all coming up.
They are New York's #1 news and America's most watched newscast.
What are Eyewitness News at 6 and World News Tonight with David Muir at 6:30?
It's America's favorite quiz show.
What is Jeopardy?
Yes! Eyewitness News, World News Tonight, and Jeopardy. Your winning lineup.
Big laughs come in small packages.
Gianna, can you spell your name? Gianna. Can you spell it backwards? Gianna.
Tiffany Haddish hosts Kids Say the Darndest Things. Premieres Sunday on ABC.
Hey,
Nice setup you got here.
Thanks, Kev.
And I see you got rid of that old dish.
Yup, the new home wasn't complete until we got Spectrum. Thanks for letting us know.
Hey, how the kids liking the internet?
They're streaming non-stop. And we don't have to worry about data caps anymore. Right, guys?
Yeah, we love it.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month with free modem. Call 1-833-621-4499. Get fast, reliable starting speeds of 200 megabits.
Wow, Glenn, your TV's bigger than you.
Look, Kev, with all this free HD, I wanted a huge screen to catch all my games.
Get Spectrum TV with more free HD and more free on demand for only $44.99 a month. Call 1-833-621-4499.
And the Spectrum TV app's on point. When the kids take over the TVs inside, I just come out here and stream my shows.
Best part, one bill and no contract. They even bought our old contract for $500.
Thanks again for the advice, Kev.
Just looking out for my friends.
Tell your friends and switch to Spectrum Internet and TV for just $44.99 a month each. Call 1-833-621-4499.
The 2019 Cadillacs are made to move and made to shine. Current eligible Audi, BMW, and Infiniti lessees get the super ultra low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT5 from around $309 per month.
The best part about being a bath fitter installer is the reveal. Homeowners greet us in the morning and love that we're going to install a beautiful new tub right over their old one without tearing the bathroom apart. But they're never quite prepared for what they get come the end of the day. We call it the wow moment. When they see their new bathtub that's high quality and more beautiful than they could have imagined, I can't help but smile. Since it's Bath Fitter, it's built to last a lifetime. We guarantee it.
For a limited time, get a free grab bar, a $250 value with your purchase of a complete Bath Fitter system.
This fall, find what you love in New York State. Plan your family's fall getaway at iloveny.com.
Okay, this next story is incredible. A man paralyzed from his shoulders down is able to walk again thanks to a mind control robotic suit. Researchers in France implanted recording devices in the man's head that can transmit signals into movements, which are then executed by a robotic exoskeleton. Scientists hope to improve upon the technology and eventually use it to treat others. Is this amazing or what?
David Navarro was mentioning earlier, just imagine 10 or 20 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
What that technology
life-changing
is going to be like. Hey, here's a live look right now up toward the George Washington Bridge, a different camera shot here. And then you see the Palisade Cliffs. You see some of the higher hills well to the north of New York City. And some of those hills are under frost and freeze warnings overnight tonight. That temperature 58 degrees, north wind coming in at 9, gusting up to 17 miles per hour. The high getting up to 66 earlier this afternoon after a morning low of 57, so a little bit below average for this time of year. And in fact, tonight, our coldest of the season so far, going all the way down to about 46 by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning in the city. And despite a full day of sunshine tomorrow, those temperatures really struggling to get up to the 60-degree mark. Now, these are New York City temperatures. I think well north and west, you get well down into the 30s and maybe even touch the freezing mark up toward the Poconos and the Catskills. 61 now at Newark and also at LaGuardia and JFK, 57 at White Plains, mid-50s Newburgh and Sussex, all the way down to 50 at Monticello, lower 60s on the island and also down the Jersey Shore. We still have a busy wind out there, gusting at times between 20 and 25 miles per hour. But as high pressure moves over the area overnight tonight, that wind will tend to relax a little bit. And that allows the atmosphere to cool down even more. So we have these frost advisories in effect. We're talking northwestern New Jersey, basically along and north of I-84 in New York, into interior parts of southwestern Connecticut. Even a freeze warning, which will effectively end the growing season in parts of the Poconos and Catskills. We're talking Sullivan County, western Ulster, where you get down to freezing or below in a couple of spots overnight tonight. So if you're in those areas under the frost advisory or the freeze warning, you want to protect any type of tender vegetation if you want those plants to survive the night out there. 46, your eventual low in the park. Again, a lot of 30s north and west. And tomorrow, struggling to get up to that 60-degree mark. Clouds increase tomorrow night, and especially during the day on Sunday. Ironically, though, even though the clouds will be increasing, Sunday will be a warmer day. It's a wind coming in more from a southerly direction. There can be a touch of drizzle in a couple of spots, especially north and west during the day Sunday. Air quality is going to be good tomorrow. UV index is a 5, which is moderate. Clearing, brisk, colder tonight. Diminishing wind gradually. We're down to about 46 in Midtown, but middle 30s in the coldest suburbs, and that frost forming well north and west in New York City. It's cooled tomorrow despite plenty of sunshine. That high only getting up to about 60. Increasing clouds tomorrow night down to about 53. Sunday, all the way up into the upper 60s, but mainly cloudy, maybe a touch of drizzle. On Monday, a couple of peaks of sun, spiking our numbers up to 76. Watch for a couple of afternoon showers into Monday evening, and then breezy and cooler Tuesday, and a really nice stretch of weather as we head from Wednesday into Thursday and Friday. A lot of sunshine out there, temperatures in the upper 60s and getting back up to about 70 by next weekend. And I will admit, I had a full cookie from the Levain Bakery on the Upper West Side, so I'm not hungry, but this food looks fantastic.
You're definitely going to want to eat it.
That was,
you want to check it out.
That was for our producer Z's birthday at 6 o'clock.
By the way, happy birthday, Z.
But I'll tell you something. I've eaten half of what Laura Glassberg is going to explain already. Tonight's Neighborhood Eats, we're going to head to Chinatown for a dish I've already eaten half of, but it's not for traditional Chinese food.
You need to wipe this
I'm so sorry.
Okay, one reason I'm excited about all this, because Lauren Glassberg, who goes to restaurants all over the place, said this is one of her favorites.
I know. I think it is amazing, and it's fun. So at this restaurant, there is a version of fusion that was really developed when ethnically Chinese people settled in what became Malaysia and Singapore. It is at the heart of Kopitiam. Kopitiam is located at 151 East Broadway in Manhattan.
I think that's the amazing thing about this place is that they're bringing traditional Malaysian food into the mainstream.
And not just Malaysian, but what's known as Baba Nyonya cuisine.
I'm a third generation of Baba Nyonya. My grandfather started a coffee shops, and then my father turns it to a restaurant.
And Kyo Peng is carrying on the tradition with Kopitiam, which translates to coffee shop. And yes, there is coffee made with great flair to create a frothy drink, but the food is very much the draw.
We understand all our elements and our ingredients, and then put them all together and create the harmony.
And the melding of Chinese and Malay flavors is what attracted Moonlin Sai to partner with Kyo in this restaurant at the eastern edge of Chinatown.
It's awesome being able to showcase this very underrepresented cuisine.
Here you can dig into Balacan wings, Morning Glory sticky rice, oyster omelets, and nasi lemak, a crispy, crunchy mix of dried anchovies and peanuts with a kick from homemade sambal. Meanwhile, steamed rice is made more decadent with coconut milk that's layered onto the anchovies and peanuts, flipped over and plated with cool cucumbers and a hard-boiled egg.
Nasi lemak is sort of a firm favorite, and if you grew up in Singapore or Malaysia like I did, it's a staple sort of breakfast dish.
To start with breakfast, move on to lunch or dinner. The space is inviting, and many of the staff are local high schoolers.
It feels like home cooking, you know, even though I'm not Malaysian, but it has the same feel.
I'm so happy that people are willing to give this cuisine a try. You know, they're not scared of it anymore. They're willing to go and try like duck tongue. It's a win for the Malaysian community and culture.
Yes, I tried duck tongue. We will have the recipe not for the duck tongue, but for the nasi lemak at WABC-NY.com.
And you're down for
you went with that.
Yeah.
You had some
right?
of the dessert. Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak. Okay. Nasi lemak.
Lived
delicious.
billing. Yep.
I call it good.
Fantastic.
And I focused on all of these desserts. This was really great. Such a different flavor.
I don't even know what those flavors are. I've lost track.
Oh, come on.
You already had a cookie.
Coconut.
Lauren, thanks. It was a really interesting trip to Chinatown. For the past year, 7 on Your Side's been on the trial, getting tens of thousands of dollars back for car warranties that customers say were completely worthless.
Next, a new development that could help put a smile on hundreds of customers' faces.
And new at 6 o'clock, coming up in a few minutes, the search for a man police say entered a woman's home in the middle of the night through a window and then molested her. And groundbreaking for what will become Hoboken's largest park. It will not only allow green space for some residents, but it will help alleviate flooding in the city. That's the goal. It's all next at 6.
Life's got the faces you love.
Obviously.
Next live, Jenny McCarthy and Nina Dobrev.
Watch live
Monday morning at 9.
It's Mattress Firm's Save Big Sale.